Hey, what's up guys? We're back again today working on the 18 STI Daily Blue here. So today I want to go ahead and do the GETaDOMTUNE coolant mod for cylinder 4. I've got everything torn apart right now, so I figured this is kind of the best time to do it. With the last video, we completed the secondary air pump delete where we put in those back off plates. And so I figured this would just be a great time to go ahead and bust out this cooling mod as well. So I went ahead and ordered this guy and got it all in. So I'll kind of show you what comes in the package. You get this item right here. It's just kind of a piece of cardboard that does have a link essentially to a PDF file with instructions. It comes with this guy right here, which is going to plug into the back of the driver's side head. And then you're going to use this piece of coolant line, and it'll run from this little connector here to this guy, and then you're going to use this to tee in to the heater core coolant line. And then it comes with these essentially so you can clamp everything off. I ended up having to buy some other items which are all listed clearly in his instructions. He recommends using some sort of sealant. This stuff works well. It was on his list of recommendations and I've used it before. Just a set of hose cutters you're going to need to tie into that heater core line. And then we've got a 12mm hex wrench. I already had that guy, but this guy I had to buy. It's a 1-inch deep socket. You can also use just a wrench. And then some acetone here, which we're going to use to essentially clean out the threads once we get that hex plug out of the way. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, I'm underneath the car here. I just want to show you where this actually is. So this is the hex right here that you can see that my flashlight is pointing directly at. Here's kind of a closer view of it. It's this top one right here with the hex. So you can see that it's really close to the block-off plate that we just installed in the last video. But essentially we're going to get this hex out of the way with that 12mm hex wrench. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean this up with a wire brush and a little bit of acetone like the instructions recommend. And then I'm going to come back under here. I'm going to use a little sealant, and I'm going to put that replacement plug with the little nozzle attachment to it in place, and then I'll show you what that looks like afterwards. Okay guys, I was able to get this plug out. This is what it looks like right here. You can see it has kind of some of this factory thread locker or sealant on here. This thing took a decent amount of force to get out. I ended up having to use a breaker bar, so just keep that in mind. Just be dang sure that this is pressed all the way into this before you try and turn, so that you don't risk stripping it out. But it wasn't too difficult with a breaker bar, and then I just use a ratchet to remove it the rest of the way. And then, like I said, I cleaned it with acetone here. So what I did was I like to cut paper towels into 4 squares. And then what I did was just kind of flip this over and dab it. And then what I do is kind of fold this up like this. And then I just push this in there and kind of take my finger and go around the inside of the threads. And then I kind of hit it with this brush as well. And then I repeated it. And I did look in there as best I could with the flashlight just to make sure that none of this thread lock is stuck in there, and I feel pretty confident that I got it all out. So now what we can do is go ahead and get some sealant on the replacement piece, this guy right here, and then we should be able to get started on installing him. Okay guys, I'm underneath the car again. As you can see, I got this little plug replacement adapter nozzle here guy, whatever you want to call him, installed. So now we need to go ahead and connect this tube. This is almost easier to see without the flashlight. Connect the tube from this guy and then tee in to this heater core tube right here. So there's two of these. So it's the most outer tube that we're going to be using here, which is the one that connects to the black. There's a black and a gray, as you can see there. So the black one, the outermost one, that's the one that we're going to be using. So the instructions say to install the T right about where this thickened layer of insulation is. And that looks like it fits about right if you go ahead and hold that curved piece of included tubing up. So this might actually be easier to do from the bottom. Okay guys, this is what I'm going to bring under the car with me to try and get this all installed. So I've got the tubing. I'm going to bring this down there with me, and I'm going to go ahead and mark this on the tube before I make my cuts, just to make sure we're getting this cut in the right place. I went ahead and brought this, obviously, which we're going to need, as well as these clamps. A 7mm socket will work on these, so that's what I'm going to use. I brought this because I prefer to do these with a screwdriver type style. It just gives me a better feel as far as how tight I'm getting this, because I don't want to use a ratchet and end up breaking these. That's my preference, and then obviously I'm bringing this cutting tool with me. I'm going to head under there and see if I can get this installed. Okay guys, don't do what I just did. Cut that heater core hose from the bottom. Coolant literally just dumped all over me, despite me having drained the coolant system from the radiator. So yeah, don't do what I did. Okay guys, I'm back. Wow, that was a nightmare. I literally just got my face, my neck, my entire chest, and like half of my arm covered in coolant. And I hate coolant. Anyway, I anticipated that a small amount was going to come out, so I did have a rag with me, but I did not expect anywhere near that much. So probably not the smartest move. Probably smarter to cut this tube from the top. But anyway, a little bit too late now. I'm going to go ahead and continue with the install. And like I said, I'll kind of show you some evidence of it as soon as I'm done. Okay guys, I'm now back underneath the car. I got this installation done. So you can see here, these are the two heater hoses. We've got the inner one, got the outer one here to my left. This outer one has this T, which I spliced into it right here. This tube comes down here where my flashlight is, which was included in the kit. It continues to come down and ends up right here connected to that little replacement for that plug that we installed. And that's it. Basically, it's tying this four-cylinder head directly into that heater core line. And just a couple more things to make note of here, guys. This coolant mod from the top, I was going to show it to you. So you can see that this is in pretty close proximity to these steering components. So just make sure that there is some wiggle room here between the two, or some space between the two. I was up top and then down below, ensuring that I had plenty of space before I fully clamped down these little clamps. But this is what it looks like from the top, and then you can kind of see it goes down there into the block. Another thing to make note of is that we do want this Right Stuff sealant material to have completely cured, which is about 24 hours before we add coolant to the car and start it. And then once we do start the car having added coolant, the instructions recommend that you go ahead and pinch the clamp, or not the clamp, but pinch that coolant mod hose a couple of times and rev up the engine. Just to try and essentially get any air pockets out, and then you can go through kind of the whole process of priming the coolant system as well. Perfect. Thanks for following along, guys. We'll be back again before long with the next video.